Hello, Gemini. Thank you for clicking on my channel. Welcome to the journey home. My name is Catherine and I live in Nova Scotia. This is your Zodiac forecast for the weeks from November 8th to November 22nd, or whenever you clicked on the title when it intrigued you. We're going to start with the fairy oracles, and they tell me... how do I pronounce that? Hobja. Hobja. And ecstasy. Hobja is about deciphering between... I'll move the camera so you don't see my gray frazzly hair. Deciphering between what is past trauma and what is real. It's about having to face some fears here, Gemini, to get out of your own way. Because what ecstasy is about, it's not something you make. This is something that flows through you when you're open to it. And you are blocking it, maybe up in your head too much, maybe reflecting too much on past traumas, fearful that they're going to repeat themselves and that they are actually not even real. The divine guidance for you for the next 2 weeks. What came up was number 23. That's bears down into 5, which is about change. You're going through some changes. But the card itself, if you can get a look at that, I don't know how good the light is there. Intimacy. Maybe you're having some trouble with intimacy. The rose is a universal symbol of human love. This card has appeared because this is an important energy for you right now. There are 2 energy spirals moving into the center of the rose, which represents 2 people energetically coming together. If you're not in a relationship, then this card shows a new relationship on the horizon. If you are in a relationship, then this card is asking you to focus your energy there. Rekindle the romance and the passion. Embrace the energy of lover. Open to the intimacy. Allow yourself to be vulnerable with your partner. So maybe that ecstasy, what you're blocking, has to do with love. Not necessarily. That can be your work life as well. But they are about facing fears. Number 34 bears into a 7, so you have heavenly help here. The color here is indigo. Perhaps, reminds me of the throat chakra. But the name of the card is Reflections. There is great beauty in all of our life experiences. Although you feel sad and down at times, Spirit is reminding you that this is what can facilitate your greatest growth and evolution, both as a soul and as a human being. You are truly being watched over at this time. Don't fear the darkness within. Remember, without the darkness, there can be no light, and this is the time for quiet reflection and inner exploration. Through it, you'll discover light and know what needs to be changed so that you may live a more authentic life. This truly is, this next 2 weeks is about facing fears and becoming more of your authentic self, Gemini. So let's cut the cards for the tarot portion of your readings. They've all been pre-shuffled. 3 of water. Reunion. Celebration. 10 of earth. Legacies on the horizon. I think that once you face these fears, determine what is just getting out of your own way and allowing that ecstasy to flow through you. Be open to it. This is going to show up for you. 10 of earth. This is your legacy. This is long-term commitment. Amalgamation of families and having it all. A nice retirement. Look at this. A lot of you Geminis are new love on the horizon. And it's a special one. Abundant. Overflowing. For some of you that are not single, this is about a renewal of that commitment. Like, it's, again, getting out of your own way. If it is with couples, that renewal of love, that foresight to see where it is you're going together. And you've shown a lot of courage and strength, especially throughout this past summer. It's been evident, Gemini. You have had to face some pretty strong obstacles, but you've walked your talk, you've worked on yourself, you showed a tremendous amount of courage. Now you need to use a little bit of that courage to face those inner fears. Do some reflecting. I was going to say 7 of fish, but I mean, well, they're geese. This can be where often this is about gossiping and backbiting and you trying to rise above it with your thoughts to keep your vibration high. I'm getting an indication that some of you are being a mediator with some arguments among people, among staff, among family. The Hangman. You've been in pause, but look at this. This is a good sign. You're becoming enlightened to new things about yourself, about things around you, and going through this tremendous growth. Justice. Scales of justice are about to balance for Gemini. It's almost like, Gemini, all you have to do is sit back and watch. Sometimes strength means biting your tongue too. Ace of Fire. Something's going to inspire you over the next couple of weeks. A spark of inspiration, a spark of passion towards a project or a person. 5 of Fire. Quite often lately, this card has showed up to remind us or to indicate that we are allowing others to be who they are. Things that we once battled with or argued with or stood our ground with, we're realizing that that's just who they are. And that's okay to be who they are. Doesn't mean you have to change to accommodate them. Doesn't mean you have to get involved in an argument. 5 of Fire is about passion. These people are very passionate. It could be one person, it could be more than one person, but they're passionate about their beliefs. And they're not necessarily lining up with what you believe. Doesn't matter, does it? 3 of Earth, collaboration. Looking into the future. Seeing the outcome. If I do it this way, that could have a very good, profitable outcome. And not necessarily alone here too, Gemini. It looks like you do have support. The Star card. Some of you may be in the public eye, having to deal with people. They look to you as something very special. This is also about forgiveness, healing, walking your destined path. Hopes, wishes, dreams. It's also the number 8 it bears down into. So it's about bringing something into your reality, which looks like you're drawing in a soulmate. Feeling left out in the cold. I think this is more for singles, though you could have just broken up with someone. Or you feel like maybe your partner has shunned you somewhat and you're feeling left out in the cold. But for some of you, you have felt left out in the cold for some time. You've been single a long time. And it's almost like a realization. You turn your head and you notice this treasure waiting for you that was there waiting to come in. And you're about to wake up to that. So let's clarify these cards with the next deck before we take it to the extended. Bottom of the deck. Prince of Wands. Your path opening up. You charging down your destined path. A very clear path. Could be that some of you, you could be dealing with someone who's rushing in with a passionate message. Oh, Gemini, I want you. And you're in wonderment as to whether this person is full of themselves or are they in it for the long haul? Wow, Gemini, you either are the emperor, or there is an emperor person, emperor energy watching you, wanting to build an empire with you, wanting to make an offer. This could be male or female, but they're already established. They've already built their life to a certain degree of being secure and stable. This is the embodiment of all four kings, and kings are all about action. So this person wants to amalgamate and build this empire with you. Ace of Water is going to be clarified with the laying down of burdens. So for some of you who are in a couple situation, there will be a laying down of burdens to renew this love. This for singles is letting go that energy, getting out of your own way, deciphering between what is real and what is the experience of past trauma being transposed, carrying burdens for other people that belong to other people, and it's time to give them back. Strength. Well, you feel you need a great deal of strength just to take a leap of faith, but you are manifesting something here, Gemini. I suppose it depends how big that is, because the ecstasy card came up, and that is not something that you do or create willingly. It is something that flows through you once you are open to the energy. Now, this is the magic of the magic card. Taking that leap of faith, having the courage, maybe the courage to look at some aspects of yourself that you've been turning a blind eye to, such as was the Hangman, until you saw what needed to be seen. There is celebration here. This to me looks like there is a demand for your time. Everybody wants your time. This could be a lining up of dates, appointments, just people desiring to be with you, Gemini. And it almost looks like, you know, they're climbing all over each other just to get your attention. The Hanged Man. Well, once you see, look what happens. Once you allow that energy of ecstasy to flow through you and you are open to it, universe is going to start spinning around in your favor. Not that it hasn't been in your favor, Gemini, but you're going to see some things happen very quickly. Very quickly. Five of Wands. Yeah, people are clamoring for your attention. There is justice here. The balancing of the scales. I almost get the sense of you standing there and saying, all right, people, calm down, get in line. We need a little bit of order and balance here. On a more serious note, you could be playing, again, mediator between arguing friends, arguing family, colleagues. You are at the top of this conflict. You're the one that pulls it into order, pulls it into the right perspective, that brings balance to the situation. Now, what is this that's sparking you? The Queen of Pentacles. You could be taking on this energy, this spark of inspiration. The Queen of Pentacles is a very inspiring character, whether it's a male or female. This is a person who is organized, nurturing, knows how to run a household and a business, though they're very much a homebody. But they know how to take care of the bills, the household expenses. Six of Cups. We have, okay, so, this person from the past, or someone returns from a past life that reminds you of something that you've been through. And this is a lesson. No, it isn't a lesson. It's a test. Did you learn your lesson? To be able to accept people for who they are. To if someone comes in that's from a past life that is of a love interest? Have you learned the lesson to be able to accept that person for who they are? And be able to have a relationship with them instead of a situationship. I'm surprised the Prince of Pentacles didn't show up. And speak of the devil. No, he's not the devil. He's just sure-footed, slowing things down, saying, let's take this one step at a time so we don't make any mistakes at all. Let's take it nice and slow, because you're looking into the future. You see the possibilities of collaborating with this person, but you also see the necessity to take things slow. You see hopes, dreams, wishes, possibilities. And look, to reinforce that inspirational spark that you get, or you're getting, comes spirit to encourage you, to give you a gift of a new beginning that brings this stability, balance, money, prosperity, that start of this legacy and building of an empire with this person. Very encouraging, Gemini, very encouraging. So you're going to hear some passionate messages from a soulmate. They're going to make their feelings known. Or vice versa. 5 of Earth. Now this came in reverse, but it always ends up balancing out to say the same thing. It's the end of delays. Feeling left out in the cold is going to be a thing of the past. Your past betrayals that made you feel left out in the cold is coming to an end. Now I'm going to take this over to the extended reading to find out who, when, where, and what, as well as read some more oracle cards for you. The cost of one extended reading for $10 gives you access to all of the Zodiac extended readings and the afternoon delights that are week ahead forecasts and weekend forecasts for an entire month. So, and it's all automated, instant access. We have a rebuilt site. Hallelujah. Makes my job a whole heck of a lot easier. Personal readings are on special, and join us over on Facebook. Everything's in the description. Thank you for your love and support, Gemini. Hopefully we'll see you over there. Bye for now.